Yo, what's up everybody, Holding Ass with you here, bringing you 7 Deadly Sins manga review. This was chapter 312, titled Outbreak War. This was a very interesting chapter to say the least. I know some people are going to be upset, some not. We have all 7 members of the Sins gathered with Elizabeth in like this little house. We're not sure where at, but basically they're discussing why is this happening and why Elizabeth's curse came back, and they came to the conclusion that the Demon King must have found a new vessel, and now that he's back in the war, things are gonna be more chaotic now. And they're trying to figure out who this new vessel is, and Meliodas says supposedly he doesn't know who it is, but you have like Elizabeth in the background looking at him weird, like what's going on. So they continue the discussion. And as they continue to talk, we switch over to zeldoris. Now, we got this beautiful panel this week, a color page of all 7 Deadly Sin members on it. We see Buffy, Escanor. We actually have Mael on the cover with Estavosa, and all of these guys are flying in the sky. Problem is, zeldoris is also in the cover page, but I feel like they did him dirty again, because even though yes, he was on the color page with them, he was basically not noticeable. Because where it says 7 Deadly Sins and then the color, the type, the page number and the title, it was a sign in the right hand corner. Well, he was right there as well behind it. So all you saw was half his face. And I'm like, damn, you're doing him dirty. He can't get his girl, which is all he wants. Now he's being possessed by his evil father. And now you do this to him in the color page. It's like, Nakama Sensei really must not like zeldoris. But then in this chapter, it gets even worse because he's walking around. Zeldoris looks very, very young. So these 2 old dudes see him and they was like, hey kid, you shouldn't be out here alone and stuff like that. You look pretty injured. Do you want to rest up in our cabin in the back? And the Demon King, of course, took offense to this. So he modified his body and he's like a little bit taller. He has like this long black cape and like this demonic armor on. And then he put his hand out and stretched it. He grabbed the cabin and he contorted it into like this ball of like yuck. And he just spat it there, and the old guys are just freaking out. And he stated, I didn't believe you were going to be capable enough to hold my power, but it seems like you've been a good boy, zeldoris, and you can hold my power. So be a good boy and stay asleep. Don't fight back like your brother did. And then we see zeldoris in his mind, and he's like in this dark waters, just falling down slowly, but not being able to breathe, and he doesn't look conscious either. So I guess he's losing consciousness until it dissipates completely. Then the Demon King would take over. But as the Demon King is running around and trying to gather an army and trying to find a way to beat the 7 Deadly Sins, because he know he won't be able to take them all on, along with Meliodas and Bond, he came to the conclusion, hey, wait a minute, I sense this darkness. And when he went, it was the gate. Now this is the part that gets me upset. As smart as Merlin is, and we know she's the smartest character by far, and the most dearest character, you would think after they left the area, she would close the gate. Well, guess what? She did not close the gate. And we switched back to the 7 Deadly Sins, and even Meliodas himself said, you did close the gate to the demon world, right? And she's like, oh no, that's fine, it's slowly closing on its own. The only thing that can get in is human-sized demons, which are the low-level ones, and we could take them out with ease. And I'm like, why? Why? You must have known if the curse came back, that means the Demon King has a new vessel. So why would you leave the door open? Like, why? That was one of the dumbest things that I've saw. And I'm like, oh man, I can't believe she did that. But it happens, and she basically left it open. So the Demon King went up and he opened it more, and he actually brought out something known as Indula, if I'm pronouncing it right, or Indra, something like that. It's a legendary demon monster that's from the demon world that even the demon race is scared of, and they're extremely powerful. And so far we only saw one, but since he has control of the gate now, we don't know what else he's going to do. He brought all of them over, and then we have Bond taking charge, even though the 7 Deadly Sins are disbanded. And basically, they all went out to fight this threat, but they left Meliodas behind with Elizabeth because he's the only one that can protect her. And they also don't want him to be caught up in this mess where they can take care of. At least that was the excuse given to them, given from them to Meliodas. But then Elizabeth, of course, that's when she confronts him. Why did you lie but not tell them Zeldoris is the new Demon King? And he's like, this is a family matter, and I want to take care of it personally. And she's like, well, you can't let your brother suffer again for the third time. And she takes out his sword. I forget the name of his secret treasure, but I think it's La Vista. She takes it out and gives it to him. And she was planning on taking his secret treasure back with them to the demon world, so she gave it to him earlier, and you see like the end of the panel, they both flying off, holding hands, very cute, and they headed towards where Zeldoris is at, which is the new Demon King, which that also should be where the 7 deadly sins are at. Not the same place, but at least the same area, so there's going to be at least 2 big battles next week. Elizabeth and Meliodas versus the new Demon King, which is Zeldoris, and then the rest of the sins versus that monster that was brought out by the Demon King. But yeah, it was a very good and interesting chapter. Just the murder and stuff got me upset, because that was very stupid just to leave the gate open where anyone could come in and out. I mean, that was just very dumb. You would think someone as powerful and as smart as her would be able to like hurry up and close the gate or something like that, but no. And it was like, come on, Merlin, like you're slipping right now. But again, it was a great chapter. Just the murder stuff was just a little weird and awkward, and it didn't really feel right. It felt like, Merlin, what are you doing? You should have been able to stop that. And it's very funny to see how Zeldoris, even though he hasn't got a power up at all so far through the series, it seems like he's just capable of holding the Demon King's power. So that's very unique, and it shows you how strong he really is. No wonder why he was able to fight Escanor better than Estavosa and Mel was able to. So that was very interesting. But yeah, this was a great chapter, chapter 312. If you have not read it, otherwise you'll really be ready to go read it again. Great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Follow me on Twitter, link me down below. Please, guys, whatever you do, when you subscribe, please make sure you hit that notification bell and you put all post notifications, because YouTube has been real iffy with that lately. So make sure y'all do that. But again, that's all I have for you. Peace out and have a good one.